Is it
arrested.
like allegations, or is he being held?
Well, he's been arrested, so we don't like. If it's just allegations, he wouldn't have been arrested. Like because like Russ Brown hasn't been arrested. A bunch of people haven't been arrested for allegations. But yeah, this is the Australian police have arrested him.
What the fuck? So he couldn't have even been trying to hide it. Like, it must have just been like full frontal. Oh my God. I mean, it's fair. It must be something in the air at the moment. Because all
Yeah,
the Diddy stuff as well.
yeah, they're just crazy. It's ridiculous.
So I don't use TikTok because like I just try to stay away from it. But Katie was
Yeah.
telling me all the stuff she's hearing on TikTok, and I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is going? Like the cave system.
The cave
Holy
system.
shit.
The fucking
Have you heard?
the whole what's it called? The how much baby oil? Like the just so much baby oil.
Was
It's
it
like
1,000 bottles?
that's what. But the question I saw someone say like, who's counting that? Whose job was to count that? And like how
Yeah,
you
like
and like how was he ordering it? Was he ordering it all in one go, or was it like did he
does
order
he
it
have a
in like
standing order every month?
yeah
Is he got like is he got a reoccurring order with
yeah
Johnson's or
was he
something, or like
was he buying or was he like because thousand bottles maybe I don't even like baby it's weird it's called baby oil because I don't know who's oiling babies. Why are the babies being oiled? What's it?
yeah, true.
I don't know what it does for babies.
Maybe the vaccines dry them out.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so maybe with Diddy it was a case of right. So when lockdown came around, everyone was like stockpiling toilet paper, and he
Yeah,
panicked and thought, "Oh,
I'm
baby
gonna
oil,"
need baby oil. Yeah, Jesus.
and now he's just stuck. So maybe he got like 2,000 or like 1,500, expecting it to last a long time.
He's just been going through it. Do you think? Do you think? What's it called? Who else do you think's involved?
Don't know because I've seen the list. Like Katie was showing me the list beforehand, but it's like I want to know whose houses are connected to his underground.
Hmm.
That's the question. Because
I think Drake must be involved.
yeah, Drake's got that about him, hasn't he?
Yeah.
There's a
After
few.
that
But then
whole pedal. Hi, Katie.
I've got my earphones in, she can't hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, because I mean the Drake stuff, yeah, and then all the stuff with Bieber as well. It wouldn't surprise me because I saw the one video that Diddy took of Bieber in the back of his car, and like he was like definitely high and like wavy, and he was like, "Is this gonna last forever?" And I was like,
Oh, Oy. That's rough. That's
What do you
rough.
think? What do you think about it though? Like, obviously he takes it too far, but like personally, I don't have much wrong with the parties because like a lot of people, like especially as they get more, like they're just into freaky shit, aren't they?
Yeah, but I don't know exactly what was happening at the parties, but I wasn't there. I wasn't there. It wasn't me.
You weren't there. We didn't make the guest list.
I didn't make a guest list. Um, the but the whole thing is Diddy does it for power, doesn't he? He fucks men to get power over them, so he
Yeah,
can use, and they get increasing careers because it's all filmed. It's all filmed.
yeah. It's like an Epstein kind of thing.
Yeah, I watched a conspiracy theory about the KSI song being so bad. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it. No, but I mean, I don't know if it's conspiracy. He's just not a great artist.
Well, yeah, but he's made like this one's exceptionally bad. And that came out. I had to listen to it after this. It's dreadful. It's dreadful. But he made that song. They got to make that song, so it covers up all like the Diddy stuff and like this, like all the. So it blows up and like great. So like, people aren't looking into it too much, and there are. If
I'm
there's an
sure he wants
earthquake,
it to blow over.
if there's an earthquake soon, we'll know.
Yeah,
We'll know.
Diddy's people control the weather just to kind of get it to blow over.
The problem with conspiracy theories, they always come back to race. It always like every time you start talking to someone about conspiracy theories, they're like, yeah, and the Jews, and it always comes back to the Jews. It's what
It always, yeah.
conspiracy theories like kind of started after World War II, and they were used as like Nazi propaganda. So the one that the Jews control the weather is started by Nazis, which
I mean, if you had something which was true, if you had some, not the Jews controlling the weather, maybe, I don't know. I'm not Jewish. I can't even say. I daren't speak in case a hurricane comes over Bali. But,
yeah.
but if you had something which was completely outrageous and you didn't want people to think of it as true, how would you go ahead making it really hush hush and you can't really talk about it? You'd make it about race. Like, because if you made it about race, then all of a sudden everyone stops talking about it because now it's a bit taboo.
Explain more. I don't really understand. So if
So if there's a conspiracy theory,
you can control the weather, it's weird.
no, let's ignore the control the weather for a second. Let's just put a pin in that and hope it doesn't blow away.
It's weird because you can control the weather. Like they're like Arab countries. They do control the weather.
How do we
They
do
have
that?
they can make it rain. They can definitely make it rain. I don't know how they do
Diddy
that.
was making it rain. Diddy was
Did he?
making it rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's way above my pay grade. Wait, if you were to control, if you were to control the weather, if you had something which was completely outrageous and you wanted to keep secret, or you wanted people not to believe it, you'd want to try and make it a conspiracy theory. Because the typical conspiracy theorist is like seen as a nut job. So
Yeah.
if these people are talking about it, then it's not true. Just throw it out the window.
Yeah. If I wanted someone to not believe something, I guess the mainstream media is not to believe something. I guess I'd blame it on the Jews. That makes sense. The my my favorite conspiracy theory is the Pangea, when like um what's it called, continents and islands were all attached together. That's not real.
It wasn't real.
Yeah, that's the
What
conspiracy
makes you
theory.
think it wasn't real?
Because I don't believe they're moving. There's no way they're moving. Just you're saying England's moving around. I just no way. Don't believe that.
Yeah. So if you were to because if you stand there on the coast, France doesn't seem to get any closer or further
Yeah,
away.
it doesn't get any closer. There's no way. There's no way it's coming towards me. I don't believe it.
Yeah, you could sit there and stare at it all day and it's staying exactly
Yeah,
where it is.
I that that's a very good conspiracy theory that Pangea didn't exist. I like
Okay.
that.
I love all the conspiracies about all the flat Earth ones as just like the main ones everyone goes to. It's like whether it's true or not, I love how passionate people get about it. It's so great. It's so great to have somebody sit there and argue tooth and nail about something that they're not too sure about. It's great.
Yeah, the flat Earth one goes crazy as well because some people will do like the whole they'll go onto the ice wall and they'll be like on the other side of the ice wall there's more stuff, and it's like there'll be like dragons and stuff, and the flat Earth people go wild because you have the people that just believe Earth's flat, that's it, and you fall off the sides, and then you have people that believe like it's a circular, and then we're in the inner circle, and there are continuous circles outside and outside and outside.
So like ring after ring of like
Yeah,
land, ice, land, ice, land, ice. Because
yeah,
these are also people who may have just got way too high watching Game of Thrones.
very very possibly. But the
And
ice wall,
I was in that boat at one point. I got very high watching Game of Thrones and thought, hang on, this starts to make sense.
I gave up Game of Thrones. I couldn't get through it. I I gave up after Arya left the Masked people.
Okay. Yeah. He got a bit
I don't know
strange
what.
after that.
Yeah, it's long.
There's too many though. There is too many.
Apparently, House of Dragons is really good though.
You look like you could fit into House of Dragons. Like you could be
The
one of the
people,
Targaryens.
you know, Matt Smith, the actor that's in that used to play Doctor Who.
The guy from Doctor Who. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend knew him, met him, and apparently he's a dick. Apparently he's a real dick. Yeah, apparently he's a real arsehole.
Based on what? What story
Uh,
did your mate have about this?
So he works at the Groucho Club, and I don't know if you've ever been to the Groucho Club. I hadn't until I met this guy. It's like a very posh club in London for like actors, theatre people, comedians, like stuff like that. Like that's people in the arts. And he apparently he was just so rude to the staff, and he like pushes like he just never pays his bills, and it's just a dick. Apparently, it's just a dick.
Is he a dick or does he get just way too drunk?
They can be the same thing.
I mean, I'm not
They-
saying these are mutually exclusive. Like they could be very much the same thing.
yeah.
But if I judged everybody based on how they were when they were absolutely fucking wasted, it'd be a very evil place and a very fun
Yeah.
place.
I think I don't know. I think the whole because you're a member of the Groucho Club. I've been in. The place is lovely. Like
You couldn't help yourself but say it in the. You couldn't help yourself but say it in the upper echelons voice as well.
yeah. It is very nice, but I don't know. I think it's apparently it's a dick. And then yeah, apparently it's a dick. Another conspiracy theory is that so a friend of mine works. Well, they had their friend works for government. I'm trying not to say anything, but
Oh, you have to now. You have to.
so I'm trying to say without saying their names. So my friend's friend works for government, and they told us two secrets. One, David Walliams is a paedophile. Yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. No man's a nonce. Man's a nonce. He's got like the best lawyers on it at the minute, apparently.
How long ago did you hear this?
Like last year. It's coming out. David Walliams is a
Okay.
paedophile. I'm saying it now.
You know, it doesn't surprise me, but out of both the Little Britain guys, I would have thought it'd be the other one.
No,
Yeah.
I think he's a bit weird, but I read his biography. He had a really sad life. Really sad life. Yeah. Do you know why he's bald?
Alopecia, is it?
No, he got shot. Got really shocked, and it all fell out when he was like 10.
Don't, because I can't. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can laugh or not at this, but it's surely not.
I don't know, but that is true. That's wow.
I need to confirm this. I wish I had my own Jamie to be like, can we just check that one, please? If I Google this right now, is it going to be true?
Yeah, I think so.
What was his name?
Matt Lucas.
Matt Lucas. What? So he got shot when he was 10 and his hair fell out.
Got hit by a car,
Okay.
and then his hair fell out because he was so shocked.
Oh, right. It was just. To be fair, I'm looking at pictures of him now, and he looks exactly the same as when he was 6 years old. So maybe it's like a curious case of Benjamin Button as well.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that doesn't look any different whatsoever.
He's lost loads of weight though, to be fair.
Is he slim now?
Yeah, he's really slim.
What do you think about comedians being funnier when they're fat? Because he had some weight to him, and he was fucking hilarious. But it's not. It's like you have to kind of work with what you've got, or is there like a certain look where you can just be funnier?
Yes, maybe. I think some people have funny faces. One minute, I'm getting shouted at. I want a podcast. Yeah. I think some people have funnier looks, but I don't think necessarily is to do with weight. Like I've
Maybe
seen
not
people that
weight. But the most
like
jolly funny people that I know do have a bit more size to them, and I love them to pieces. And I feel like they just couldn't get away with what they say or do so much if they were like a picture of health and whatever.
genuinely, I think the northern accent lets you get away with a lot more things. I have a friend called Heath, and he has he says outrageous shit, and he has a very jolly northern accent, and he's like 40, 50, he's 45. If I said 55, he'd be sure. He gets away with a bunch of shit because he's got this jolly northern accent.
I think Australians are the same.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Australians, everything they say is handling a hate crime. I don't think so. I disagree. They,
Yeah, it
I,
sounds like a hate crime, but it's like, oh, they're just Australian. So
yeah, I don't know. I know quite a few Australians, and everything they do say sounds like a hate crime. There's no Kiwis are honestly like white Kiwis are worse as well. Like when they say something, you're like, whoa, okay. Um, yeah.
maybe. I mean,
Are you
Brits,
going back?
Kiwis, and
Yeah.
Australians can, but if an American says something, it's outrageous straight away. Like you just think. I said this thing the other day, and it just stuck with me. And he was like, I don't know why, but like I've not been to America, and I've not spoken to too many Americans, but I just get the sense that they're all actors. Like America's not a real place. It's just the whole thing is a movie scene.
No, I don't know. I have a soft spot for Americans because I think they get like a lot of shit, and I like they do put up with it. Like they put up with it. Well, that's because they don't know. That's because they don't know the world taking the piss out of them because they have no clue the world just like fucking these fucking guys. Um,
Yeah.
I think we also don't know that the world's doing that. And everyone's like fucking the British.
Well, I think it's when they take the piss out of the British, though, it's so obvious because they make it sound like we're all royalty and we all sound really posh and cups of tea. So I'm saying this,
Oh,
you're sitting here with a cup of
the
tea.
Americans,
But
but the I think the rest of the world goes there's fucking colonizers. There's dirty colonizers. Um, I have a friend who goes he's doing stand up in Japan at a minute, and he goes, "Hello, call me the colonizer," and it apparently kills. But fucking,
yeah,
yeah.
comedy in a different country is weird though, isn't it, a bit? Because when I was on that cruise the other month, there was an Australian comedian on that, but almost all of the guests on this cruise, it's one of those Virgin cruises they're trying to get loads of young people to go. Almost
Mm-hmm.
all the guests were American. So
Oh,
like it's like you go into a room and instead of talking about something like cultural, you can only really talk about the differences between your country and their country.
yeah.
A little
I
bit. I
guess
like your bit on it. It can touch a nerve
the school shooting bit.
about
Yeah,
about the benches. Yeah.
yeah. That is. I still like that bit, but it does touch on nerves. It
I could
used
kind
to
of
be.
tell when you were talking about it because you just kind of switched it straight up to like it's not maths, it's math. It's like
Yeah. The 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 I used to start it with I explained that about memorial benches and hey how we don't have memorial benches in the you guys it's a memorial bench and they went and I got the American to say we don't have these in America and they do but every American would come up to me afterwards and going hey we have them in America and they're not in schools and I was like okay it is good if there's an American in the room and they're like shouting or something I can go oh my god are you American and then you can go into it but
if you're coming to a comedy show and you're trying to state facts about the performance,
yeah
then
it,
there's something else to play there.
it is irritating but Americans are the best audience. They're up for laughing. They want to hear you do stand up. They very rarely talk. Like because America is the best place for comedy. In like quotations, it is the best place for
Why
comedy.
is with the
Like
quotations? It is okay.
like it is the best place for comedy, sort of. Like, you've got the biggest, like, there's comedy clubs all over America where English-speaking comedy clubs there's, whereas there aren't as many in the UK and Australia. Australia's we're like the next best, I think. Yeah, I would say it's them than us, probably. But, I don't know.
I mean, it's growing though, especially around the rest of the world, around
Yeah.
the UK especially. I think it's only getting bigger and bigger, and I'm all here for it. I love going to.
Oh God. Yeah. Comedy's great. I love comedy. I hate watching it now, but I love doing it. It's fun. You do get really sick of it, but
Why'd you get
great.
sick of it?
I just see so much better. Like, like the best joke is one you don't see the ending coming. So like a really good joke, you won't know what the ending's gonna be, like at all. For me, like that's what I want, like, because all jokes are just like surprise. It's all just a trick. Like there's no, and if it's something like there's so many people doing stuff like, have you been on the apps? Oh, the apps, and they mean like the dating apps. And I'm like, I don't want to hear about you on the dating apps. That's a big thing in the London scene. Or they'll do, have you they'll be like, my pronouns are he ha ha because I'm a comedian, and you're like, fuck off. That's dreadful. That's dreadful.
Yeah. So how do you go about writing your stuff then? Because I was when you sent me your thing, because I don't see much of yours because you only post a select bit of it, and we're a million miles away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I saw, so, like, I remember you showed me some of your stuff a while back, and it was funny, but it's really starting to be more and more refined. And when I saw the one you sent me more recently, I was like, fuck, this is really good. Like, this
So
is really good.
the video I sent you, that's from a year ago.
Yeah.
I haven't really got a good video from recent, but you just cut it down. I don't know, like I have like, obviously I went to a special school, so I have like a bunch of shit from there to talk about, and still thinking of jokes about that today. Like yesterday, I was thinking about, I don't know, this is not a joke yet. I haven't got it to work. I've not even done it on stage, but people always ask me like, what do I get from special school? What happens? Like what are the pluses? Like, there must be some good things, and the only good thing for me, really, I guess, like the only like the bonus from it is like, if you want a shopping trolley, I'll know a guy that's pushing them. I'll know someone that's pushing shopping trolleys. Every shop you walk into in the Bromley area, I could hook you up with a good one. Which I don't know if everyone will know that in the UK, for some reason, we just give disabled people shopping. That's so horrible.
It is. Yeah. I used
I
to
don't know.
work at Asda a while back, and we did the same thing there as well. Yeah, it was it was this guy. He had like, I don't know what he had. He didn't speak very much, but he was a short guy, and he had that look in his eyes. You know, that little glint in his eye where it's so innocent, where you know behind that innocence there's not much there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And he had the job there.
The
Maybe.
no, the what's he called?
So you're trying to put contact lenses in. Yeah. Well, again, you can only perform for those that are in front of you, and like you fucking smashing it. And I was watching it, I was like, some things I feel like when they surprise you so much, and then they also strike a chord. And like I showed this one, I've shown it to Katie. I was like, Katie, you've got to watch this bit because I was fucking creasing myself at it. She's like, don't get it. I was like, and it was like, it was the bit where you went, it's like, are you the woman of my dreams?
Oh yeah.
I was like, yeah, but dreams you're the tail of a beaver. I'm like,
Yeah.
there's something about it.
I know. I still like
There's
that
something
joke.
about it.
I've had to change it a little bit, but my favorite joke at the minute is people ask if I'm autistic, and I'm not autistic. I'm checked. But they say, Adam, if you're not autistic, why don't you make eye contact? And that's just because I don't want you falling in love with me. That's my favorite joke in the minute, but it's sort of working. I don't know. I think I don't know. I write weird. I don't know. I write like short jokes, and I'd really like to write long jokes, but I just don't know how to do that. Like but my friend Oliver, he 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 just takes a premise, so a thing he wants to talk about, and he'll just talk about it for ages. And he'll just do like 5 minutes about this one thing. And he doesn't do the short jokes at all. He can't really do short jokes. I've not seen him do any. He's got a few. They're all a bit hacky. One of them's is everyone's worried about trans fats. They give them a lot of shit. But I think trans fats are real fats, you know? No doubt.
It's good. I mean, I kind of have a feeling like so not everyone can be a comedian. Not everyone's funny. Everyone thinks they're funny though. And everyone always has those like little spouts of sometimes they can just think of something really funny and it's like, fuck, I should write this down.
I would disagree. I would say anyone can be a comedian. Anyone's funny enough to be a comedian. No one's good enough. No one's willing to put the effort in to do it. The effort is so fucking boring. I've been since Wednesday last week. I've been out every night doing stuff. So and then I only before that I missed Monday and Tuesday. So like most like people in the scene will like try and do it every day in London at least. It's not most people. Lots of people in the scene will try and do it every day. And it depends where you are. In New York, you can do it like every day of the week, like multiple times. UK, we can do it like most days of the week, and maybe like it's in London most days of the week, but like up north you can't do it most days of the week. You've probably got like 2 or 3 when you're starting. That is.
Yeah. Well, the town centre scene, and especially in the north, is just completely dying. Like from COVID in particular, and then since then, like pub scene, nightclub scene, everything in the north is dying. It's like everyone either goes to the big cities or they go to London. Like there's not many things that are like comedy in that sense. Where I think, like you're saying, you do it every day. Like you're literally involved in it every day. You're surrounded by these people almost every day, and it's like it just filters into your head. Think of anything else where you can do that, but not just do that, but you can actually just hang out with your mates, have a laugh, maybe have a drink, have a good time. Like
that's the
if
thing.
you wanted to be a writer, maybe not you particularly, but
the guy.
But if you wanted to be a writer, like there's a lot of long hours just sitting there on your own, by a screen, and it's even then there's not many groups where like writers get together all the time. Like it's just even if you want to do a sport, you can maybe train every day, but then like the team sport element, you can only do it every few days or once a week. It's like there's not too many things where you can just practice every single day better and better and better, and then just get hooked into it as well.
Sorry, I'm moving just a second because I've got somebody at my door. Come in. It's a mister.
Oh, he's beautiful. What's his name?
Sam, come here. That's Bailey.
Hello.
This Sam. Sorry, no, I agree. Like you can't. Well, I agree and disagree. Like stand up is. It is it's a solo art form, but it's a team sport. You know, it's because like if people don't put on shows, and if you don't like your friend. I have a handicap bit, and at the end of it, I have a bit where I'm like, and my friend gave me the ending line to that bit. Like, it's about a dwarf hurting your job at Christmas, and it said, and he gets in, like, the whole thing about handicap is cap on. Like, if you're being handed, caps on, caps off. Cap on, but I'm not being handed. You know, that's the bit. And my friend said, like, oh, when Christmas comes around, he gets cap. You know, there's a little pointy cap instead, and like that came from a friend, and like, you like, yeah, no, I think you do talk to your, like, probably two of my best friends, most of my best friends are in stand up. But I've actually got a friend who, so he was doing stand up in London for like 2 years, maybe, yeah, for 2 years. Then but he's born in Stoke up north.
Yeah, then what's his name?
Will Keeley. You're near Stoke, aren't you? No.
I'm from Stoke. Yes.
From Stoke.
Yeah.
Right, ducky.
He up me deal. Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah. He doesn't have the accent. He's so posh. That's funny. I didn't know you were saying. He's great. But he's gone back to Stoke, and he's like, it's this he's getting good spots up there, the Northern team, but he can't do every day, and he's a bit upset about it. But,
So how do you find the scene? So what part of London are you from? Are you mainly?
I'm Bromley. So
okay. So how do you find the scene in Bromley at the moment?
Bromley shit. Bromley has 2 gigs. But I mainly perform in Central and North London, which is annoying, but that's just where the gigs are.
So would you say you're fully hooked into it? That's like, it's such a great feeling, I feel, when you are just hooked into something completely. It's like, it's got a hold of you and it's taking you for that ride.
Yes, I think so. Like, I can't see a reason I'd stop doing stand up. Yeah, I don't see a reason I'd stop doing stand up. I'm like getting into some clubs now, and like I'm at, like, I'd say I'm edging towards the top of the open mic scene. Edging towards the top of the open mic scene. But
So how does that work? What's the progression like from the open mics to the gigs?
So it's very slow, but like so the UK wise, most stand-ups, professional stand-ups at least, you start on open mics. You may do 3 years in open mics. You may do 2 years in open mics. I don't know. You might do more than that, but like some people do 10. Currently, well, in theory, no one's good at stand-up until 7 years. Like, roughly, no one's very good at stand-up until 7 years into it. I'm 2.5. The have someone like the stand-ups you see on TV, if they're less than 7 years in, they won't be as good as people that are 7 years in, but it's unlikely they'll be less than 7 years in.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a friend called Rob, and he's like the best. He's the best on my time. Like, I know personally, and he's 5 years in, and he's like starting to he gets club work, and he gets like he's like starting to do his hour and stuff like that. But I don't know. There isn't a real progression. Like, people go in all different ways to get there. Like, I get a bunch of like dumb gigs paid because I'm special. I get a bunch of special gigs paid. I get to go do these like stupid special gigs. And it's fun. And like, it's nice to be paid for these gigs.
What do you mean by special gigs? Like charity event kind of things, or?
So like, clubs will put on like autistic friendly nights, and like,
It's like, Who can we call?
Yeah, and so I've been on a bunch of those, like neurodivergent nights. And so I get on a bunch of those quite easily. Which
I mean, it's a strange because like if you didn't mention it to the untrained eye, you wouldn't be able to tell.
yeah, I've got a fucking story for you then. I went so Evie, her family were out in France, so I flew over to see her for holiday.
Cute.
And I got on the plane, and I sat down, and this lady next to me just kept on saying to the world, she was going to the world, EasyJet as well, so it's so close to her. I'm in the middle, and she goes, can't put my belt on. I can't put my belt on. She wasn't like a big lady or anything like that. She was normal, very normal size. And I was like, oh, you just click them together. We're trying to be nice. Just click them. And she goes, I know how to do it. I go, like, why am I doing it? I want to fly attendant. I want to know how to do it. And I go, I know how to do it. Look, mine is on. And she goes, no, I want to fly attendant. I want someone that's trusted. And I was like, I said to the guy next to me, because he's like a young guy, and I was like, I think you just want someone to touch her. And I got
How loudly did you say that? How loudly?
I thought I said
How
quite
loudly did you
quietly.
say that?
Definitely heard. I got moved. I actually got moved to like the seats where they have like the door, so you got like extra leg room. So I was very happy.
Yeah.
But
Hey, sweet.
as we're about to get in the air, like the flight attendant comes over to me and she goes, "If you want to, when we get in the air, you can come and meet captain." I was like, "What? What?" And I was like, "Oh no, like no need." I thought she was saying if I have any complaints. I was like, "No, I've got no complaints. Don't worry, it's fine. No, it's meet captain." And she goes, "No, you're allowed. You're allowed." I go, "Okay." And then for a minute, I was like, "This lady's trying to fuck me. This is what's happening. This lady's sex with me." And I was like, I was gonna be like, "Oh, girlfriend, this is gonna be awkward." And then like we get in the air, and she comes back over with like literally two children holding her hands. You're like, "If we can go be the captain now," I'm like, "What the fuck's going on here? Why am I being dragged to be the captain?"
Tinker roped into that.
Yeah. Well, I walk in, and the captain's like, "Hello," and I was like, "Ah, damn,
Not
they
again. Fuck.
think I'm pretty special." And then like, this is the front of the plane. Like I didn't know where the front of the plane. And he was like, "Do you have any questions?" And I really didn't know what to ask, so I was like, "Oh yeah, did you get any air miles for this?" And he was like, "No," and I was like, "Well, shame." And then
To be fair, that's a pretty retarded question. It's like, so do pilots get air miles for all of their flights?
and then I sat back down, and it's kind of, I was like, "What the fuck?" What the fuck? I just happened there. And then people get up and offering me sweets. I had a lady come up and just, "This is a rhubarb and custard. Do you want one?" And I was like, "Yeah." Could you put it in? He was like, "Remember?" And I remember, you have to suck it. And I was like, "Yeah, it's fucking bit up, come on, fucking have to suck it." And I started chewing it straight away. So annoying. Oh, God.
So, at what point do you just lean in? Like, just lean into it. It's like, fuck it, you're gonna hand me sweets. I get to go to the pilot. It's like, this is a pretty sweet gig.
Well, I don't know. I don't think I have it in my room at the minute, but I get a freedom pass from when I was at special
A
school.
what?
Freedom pass.
Is that like
So
a key to the city?
yeah, basically, I get to travel on public transport in London for free. I pay no money for transport in London.
What?
It's crazy because I can't read. You see if I can find it. I'll show you.
Free. I've never heard of this. A freedom card. What?
Yeah, no, I think so. You only get them if your special needs are over 60. In London. Wait, it's downstairs. You have to walk. Um, the
So, side note though, I think all public transport should be free anyway. Like, it just should be. Like, you pay your taxes. Like, you
Yeah.
pay more taxes because you're living in that area. and yet you got to pay to like get around to get to work.
Right.
Like it should be free. It should be fucking free anyway.
Bars.
Oh, is it just in Bromley?
No, all over London. But this one is just
What?
Bromley. Yeah.
That's ridiculous. What's
It's
the
wild, isn't it?
application process to get one of these? Do you have to be like have written consent from a doctor, or can you just like apply for one and say that you've got it?
You have to like. So I got mine when I was at school, so I actually really don't know how to get him. But I met a guy in a wheelchair who's been denied one.
It's like you can't get on the bus anyway. So
Oh, dude, I met
well, not London buses.
No, you can. They
Usually. Oh, they've updated them. Oh,
yeah.
they like
Yeah. But there's but there's that like there's a bunch of train stations in London that just people in wheelchairs can't get off at.
they can get on but can't get off.
I was on a no, they do. Yeah, they can get on the trains, but sometimes they can't get off.
I mean, to be fair, for the disabled, that's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking love the trains.
I went to I was going to like Charing Cross, and from where I live, there's a train straight there. And I get on. No, I was going back to Charing Cross. When I get on the train, there's a guy crying. I was like, in a wheelchair. And I was like, what's wrong? And he was telling me how he's been on this train for hours, just going back and forth. His phone's run out of charge, and he hasn't been able to contact anyone to get him off.
Oh my god! Wait,
So
are you
sad.
on the piss?
No, I'm pouring hell.
Okay, so he was just stuck on the train because he couldn't. No one could
Yeah,
help him get off.
stuck on the train because no one could help
Like,
him get off.
Was there nobody else on the train who like you could have asked?
Scott, make another tea. No, apparently no one else spoke to him, and he was too shy.
Oh, bless him, man. I don't know. I get torn between laughing and like crying half the time with these kind of things. I'm like, is it funny, or is it really sad? It can be both, but I feel like there is a right and wrong reaction to have in the face of somebody who's really upset because they're stuck on a train.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he took it in good spirits once he got off. But he'd been on there. He had gone back 4 times, and it's 20 minutes each way. That's a while on the train.
It must have been pretty awkward then. It's like, oh shit, man. Good luck with that. See you later.
Yeah. I was like, I was just like, we'll just run and like bump you over it. And he was like, I don't think that's going to work. And it worked. It was fine.
So like when you, oh yes, it properly went. So like, fucking hell, jump in it.
Yeah. We like, it's tiny. It's like Mind the Gap. And I was like, we'll just push fast. And I pushed him fast, and he got off. But it was like a pushy wheelchair. It wasn't like an electric one. We would have been fucked. I'd have to like pull the alarm or something. I don't know.
You have to like recruit a bunch of people for that one to lift them out.
Yeah. Well, they have ramps, but the guy just wasn't coming. But he was just like terrible.
Honestly, public transport, I fucking hate. I love it to pieces, but I hate it so goddamn much. Like it's no reason for it to be that shit. There's no reason at all for it to be in this day and age that shit.
Yeah. Honestly, London transport, I can't really complain about. It's kind of fine. The only thing that is a problem with it is fucking the trains should be open all night. It drives me insane. The trains aren't open all night. We have in London. There's the DLR. Have you ever been on the DLR?
Yeah, I think maybe.
No, the DLR has no drivers.
Yes, that's
what?
Yeah. I have been on it. Yeah, it's all clockwork.
Yeah, why don't we have that for every fucking thing? Like, why do we need? Yeah, it's surely possible. But I get that long distance. And like train tickets are so fucking expensive. Oh my god.
So we went to, obviously we just did Thailand, and like there's sleeper trains on there, and oh my fucking god, it's just a completely different world. Like I think we paid. To be fair, we travelled. It was like a 13-hour journey, second class with a fan. It looked like something off like the Orient Express, just like complete wooden cabins. yeah, like wooden cabins. Asher went on actually as well, and he went in third class with Janet. And he was saying how he was just on like a little church stool kind of thing in third class. I was like, ah. But we got really lucky because we were right at the front and we could just put our bags up so we could kind of make a makeshift bed, which was pretty cool. And like we stopped every now and then, we'd stop for so long. And I was like, oh, like we'd stop for like 15, 20 minutes. And we stopped for 5 minutes. I was like, do I have time? I went to the guy. I was like, do I have time to go for a cigarette? And he goes, just smoke on the train. I was like, oh, sweet. Okay. There's a smoke on the train. It's like everyone's there in the back. It's like, and I'm just standing there having a cig in the back of the cabin. And there's a puppy on there. There's a puppy on the train. I was like, it's just a bizarre place.
So, where? So, are you going? What's the plan? Are you going back to Australia? What's the deal?
Fucking no, man. I really want to go to Austin. I just want to go live in Austin for a bit.
Texas.
Yeah. It just seems like things are happening. Shit just seems to be happening. It seems fun. Like there's loads going on. And it's like, that's like a new HubSpot. And I want to be like part of the rush for it. Well, I don't know. We'll take it easy. Like at the moment, to be fair, because we're a bit shit. So the plan was to do Thailand for 3 months. Yeah, September. Oh no, 4 months. From September all the way till New Year.
Mm-hmm.
After 5 weeks, we ran out of money. And I don't mean ran out of money like, oh, we're spending a bit too much, we need to slow down. I was like, no shit, like we give it a week's time and we're going to go hungry. So we ended up, it's like, right, what can we do? We'll just have to go stay somewhere for a bit. We travelled up to Chiang Mai from like down south of Thailand on that 13-hour train. Had 5 nights accommodation there with the original plan to go over to Laos and Vietnam. Realised very quickly, because I was just smoking all the time, I was like, spending money, eating food, eating out, smoking, drinking. I was like, yeah, fucking what can go wrong? But I was like, by night 2, I was like, okay, let's look at booking the train to the next place. I was like, oh fuck, like, it's not enough money in the account. There's no money there.
Shit.
Shit. I'm like, I'm just adamant. I don't want to call anybody to ask for money. It's like, it's a last resort. So we're like, right, what can we do? My brother luckily has an opportunity where we can do some work. My brother had an opportunity where we could work online. So,
oh, that's cool. So, what are you doing online?
So it's just like, you know, Shopify, like business website builder thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So the company or the guy he works for is basically building one of those to sell, like he's done before. And I've got a bit of experience on it from the past, so we're just putting products up on there. And to be fair, it works really well. Like we decided, right, fuck it, let's just go to Bali, stay somewhere dirt cheap. I was like, so cheap, like so cheap. We paid, well, I say this, we paid 150 quid for 30 nights accommodation.
30?
Yes, 30 nights.
Wow.
150 quid for 30 nights. This was like the shittest of shit accommodation in a place called Kuta in Bali. And we were there for 3 nights. We stayed in 4 different rooms because it was that shit. Like we woke up in the middle of the night. So the first night we got there quite late. The room wasn't ready, so they put us into like one of the luxury rooms, which had aircon, which did really work very well.
Okay.
They had to move us away from that. Then they moved us the next day, put us in a different one, but the fan didn't really work. It was like a tiny little fan, which didn't work. So we're in that one, and then we found out that there was ants crawling. Well, the next morning we woke up, and there's like a massive line of ants crawling up the side of the wall, and we're like towards our bed, and we're like, let's try a different one because it's way too hot and it's not. So we went to another room the next night. So we went out for a few drinks, got back that night, and I'm just lying there in bed, head up, look at the ceiling, ceiling spinning, just feeling a little tipsy, like midnight. And then Katie gets up. She's like, fucking keep getting bitten everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine, whatever. Like, we'll deal with it in the morning. And then she's like, no, seriously, getting bitten. And then I was just lying there, I rolled over and I felt something crawl over my back. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, not taking her too seriously, but it happened to me. It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
So we look at the bed, there's fucking bed bugs and like cockroaches everywhere. And we're like, what the fuck? So like we are like marching outside. It's like, bro, you can fucking move us now. Like we cannot stay in here. And we showed this guy who doesn't speak a lick of English, like on on Apple Translate on the phone. Was like, fucking bed bugs. And he looked at me dead in the face, like, bro, we're in Bali. He didn't say this, but his eyes just kind of had that look, like, bro, we're in Bali. What do you expect?
God.
So like, they put us in a different room at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And went for a shit, and just that fucking biggest roach starts crawling out, and I'm like, what the fuck? They are fast motherfuckers. Like, they are stupidly fast motherfuckers.
Have roaches in Greece?
Not really.
Me and Joseph's room were covered in cockroaches.
Really?
Literally covered. The
No.
that's
You stayed in that little shitty one, though, didn't you? You stayed in that shitty one, and yours was very, very shitty, if I remember rightly, too.
And so the one in Pethcos was fucking dreadful. And then even worse. Not the hotel was lovely, but when we got to the hotel, me and Joseph were like, that place was a state. When we were clearing that place up, the amount of sand I had to sweep out was like wild. But
Your beaches. Take me through. Okay, so right, I've got to say it, and this is not to out you.
Where are you?
We'll get back to that one. I'm in Bali, so the next morning we were like on the phone to Booking.com. It was like, bear in mind, we hadn't been paid yet for doing any work. We'd only done like 1 day's work, and we kind of didn't quite get it to begin with. So we couldn't just call them like, yeah, can you pay us for these like 5 things we've done for like 15 quid? Nah. Couldn't ask for an advance or anything like that. So we were on the phone to Booking.com, and I was like, right, can you confirm that we will get a refund if we leave? Like, can we have it in writing, because we need to go somewhere else? And she was like, yeah, you'll get a refund. I'll send you an email. We've sent them over the pictures of like this, what was it, the state of the room, fucking vile. We even bought we bought a fan because the fan was that shit. I've got it pointing at me right now. So we booked a place just round the corner, like a little bit more expensive, but like, it was 230 quid for 27 nights, and it's got a pool, aircon, and it's clean. It's still fucking ridiculous. And then a few days later, like, they sent us an email saying, yeah, like, we can't give you a refund. And we're like, what? Like, you told us to check out. You told us that we're okay to check out and we'll get a refund. So we're fucking around with all of that, but we're settled and we're fine and we're okay. It's just nice to be somewhere like to actually settle down, like, well, to chill for a bit and not be moving around so much.
Wait, what happened to the van? Did you sell the van?
Yeah, we sold the van. It went with the wind. So we did finish Australia. We did up the East Coast. So we haven't spoken to you in so long, have I? We finished Australia doing up the East Coast, and it was fun. I'll be completely honest. Like, it's beautiful. The place is beautiful. The people are beautiful. The women are fucking delightful. Like, honestly, you've got to see it to believe it. It's ridiculous. But there's not too much different to do. Like, it's very same but different. Just a little, like, it looks a little bit different, but you can only really do the same things and all sorts. And because we were going further north, it was getting hotter, so it was just becoming like unbearable to sleep in the van the whole time and do all that. So we came back to Brisbane, sold the van, like, fuck it, let's go Asia. And now in Bali, we're going to probably be here for like 2 months and go back to Thailand, because my family are coming out for Christmas in Thailand. So it'd be nice to see them, because I haven't seen them in like a year. It's nice.
Yeah.
And then, fuck knows, man. I mean, I want to do one of those FIFO jobs, maybe, but We'll see how that goes.
FIFO jobs.
So it stands for fly in, fly out. So like it's a job in the mines. Like I'll be going back to the mines. So like they basically, do you know Oppenheimer when they built that city in the middle of fucking nowhere to build nukes?
Yeah.
They basically have like a load of places just like that in Australia for mines. And because they're in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere, they will pay.
So,
Yeah. So they'll fly you out, you work for 2 weeks, and then you fly back home for a week or fly wherever you want for a week. Everything like food, everything's paid for, and you get paid like 50 grand, £50,000 per year.
very
And
nice.
it's like, that's a no-brainer. But Austin seems to be calling. I don't know.
The
I don't know.
well, America's going to be expensive, so yeah.
It would help. I mean, do you plan on staying in London?
The moment, yes. I haven't got any plans otherwise. Been looking at new jobs. Don't know. I'm yeah. At the moment, yeah. I'm feeling London's fine. I am Evie's in South Africa at the moment, so
Yes.
she's back. She's out there for ages. She's out. She's back in like end of November, beginning of December. Like, so she's out there for ages. So that's cool. But missing her.
How long has she been out there now?
Since like end of last month. Like not long.
Oh, okay.
Like
So you're staying in London or pretty much for around now. But does America call at some point for the comedy?
there's no point in me going to America at this point. Like, I already got some sort of like people. I'm sort of known in the UK enough to be like in the London scene. There isn't really a point of me going to America until I'm much better. Like, you want to be going to America with credits. So I want to be going to America being like, hey, I'm in at this, and this club. I'm doing this thing. I'm like, I want to have something behind me to go being like, hey, because the New York comedy scene is where I want to go. Like, that's New York's the dream for stand-up. It's like, you can do a bunch of shows a night. It's the best. New York, I do think it's a sick place to live. I nearly got a job in New York, actually. I lost in the last interview. It was teaching windsurfing on the river.
Hey.
Easy. That would have been so cool. That would have been
really cool.
Yeah. And that came with accommodation as well. So that would have been sick. That would have
been amazing.
That would have been the weirdest season of my life, though. Like a New York season. They also paid proper money as well, so it wasn't that weird.
Yeah, it would have been cool though. I mean, so are you still doing the boating safety one? Boat safety.
So
I don't know what you called it.
I do. I manage a lake, manage like a swimming lake at the minute. I was doing that off and on for ages. And I teach paddleboarding every day, basically.
How do you teach paddleboarding?
How do you teach paddleboarding?
Like like guides or teaching?
Teaching. I teach it like just like little kids mainly.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So it's like little kids paddleboard, and then like it's like the people like people our age don't need to learn to paddleboard, but like people between like up to like teenagers, and then when people get past their 40s, they're just bad at paddleboarding. They need to learn because balance goes and stuff like that. And then but then like I could teach you how to do stuff on a paddleboard that you wouldn't know how to do. Like teach you how to turn it quicker, how to like how to paddle on one side so you wouldn't have to move your paddle across.
Oh, okay.
Okay, stuff like that. And then I teach kayaking every Thursday on the Thames. So I paddle along the Thames. Yesterday was so cool. I got to paddle up. We got on these like metal power boats with all the girls. These like the girls from the school, grey coats. They're really sweet. And we drove up the Thames, got off at the London Eye, paddled back under London Bridge, under past the House of the Parliament, up and back to where we got in. But that was very cool. I had not been down that way
That
before.
seems pretty cool. That's pretty
That was
cool.
really
Was that all like sunset golden hour?
yeah, roughly. Like a little bit before as we're getting off this, it was just going to golden hour.
That's beautiful.
And then on the Thames, I do a little bit of the boat tours. So when people come to London, they see all the sights. I get to drive the boat. That's fun. I got pulled over. Like a week ago for
On the
too fast.
Thames?
Yeah, because
What's the speed limit on the Thames?
12 miles an hour, 12 knots. So I was like,
Okay.
I think it's like 20 kilometers. I don't know.
So how does that
know.
work? Do they just like tell you to slow down, or can they revoke your license, or can they?
They can kick you off, but yeah, they just give me a whoop whoop, and they're like, slow down. It's like, all right. My boss was not impressed.
So if I were to, let's say, like in the next 4.5 years, in what it takes for you to become let's say a seasoned comedian, and that started to take off, would you just leave the water stuff by the wayside?
No, I'd never leave it.
Could you not see yourself away from some body of water now?
I'd never leave it. Like, I'd always do it as a hobby. I'd always do it as a thing. And like, I like teaching. I like teaching little kids. Like, I haven't. So I want to be a pro comedian. That'd be amazing. That'd be the dream. But if I was a pro comedian, I'd just volunteer instead. I'd just volunteer doing it. I would do what I do, but I'd just do it for charity. Like when I have some time off, and just have
That'd
fun.
be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's always that thing though, like the seasons. There's always like a call to do another season. It's like, if push comes to shove, if life gets really shit, like there's nothing stopping anyone, or us especially, going to do like a season somewhere.
Yeah, no, I like, because Evie was off this. Like, if Evie had left earlier this September, I might have gone and done another season. But Joseph's gone to New Zealand. He's working in New Zealand at the minute. If he had stayed in Greece, there was a chance I would have gone and seen it. Like, I was highly debating if Joseph was in Greece, but because he's gone to New Zealand, I was like, yeah. I don't know anyone that's doing seasons at the minute out there. Like, I think Ash has gone to somewhere.
No, so he's currently. I spoke to him last night. Actually, he's currently back in the UK. He really injured his knee whilst in Vietnam.
Yeah,
So
I did see him. I thought he would go back to somewhere else though.
Yeah, so in November he's heading back to Australia to do more tennis for a bit. And Robbie's also there with his girlfriend.
In Australia?
Yeah, well, he's not there. He will be going there at some point soon. And then I might be going back at some point soon. Maisie's still there. But that's a bit hush. Other Charlotte is there. All in the same part of Sydney. So like the whole gang, like we were talking last night thinking, let's just get the whole fucking gang to Australia and just live out our days on a fucking beautiful beach.
Yeah, sure. There's no way Joseph's agreeing to that. What's it called? I don't know, he might do. Not Sydney, the other one. Is it Melbourne? Where is Melbourne on the sea?
Yeah, but it's a bit shit. It's like cold and
but windy.
It's more of a uni. Yes, there is a lot more sailing.
It's a windy city,
in Melbourne. Yeah, but you can do it. So Maisie works in a like a sailing type, like teaching place.
Yeah,
in Sydney as well. So there is parts of it, but it depends on it's not just universal on all the coasts. because that's like cut off from everything and it's just like a little pocket. So really, really nice place. Place called Balmoral, which is like one of the richest, the wealthiest places in Sydney. Fucking gorgeous place.
My friend worked out there for a bit, and he was doing so if I was going to Australia, I would go and milk it. I'd go as a tree surgeon instead, because you can work as a tree surgeon in Australia because they have the tree surgeons in Australia they die all the time. I don't know what happens, but Australian blokes just kill themselves as tree surgeons all the time. So they hire a bunch of English buddies to go over and just cut down palm trees on like the beaches.
Well, you thought about this?
I have thought about that, but that was ages ago. Could not go to Australia now. Too hot. Oh my god.
It's hot everywhere. I mean, I'd rather be in the heat though. It's getting colder in the UK, so it's nice. It's nice to be around here.
Cold water, hot chocolate, mulled wine. Did a Guinness. Oh, I'm doing sober October in the minute, and it
just started. It's difficult.
I've been sober since the 25th because I got too drunk and I got in someone else's Uber and I was like, what's going on, Adam? And then they became friends and I went to their afters and I was like, and I woke up and I was like, oh god, I'm in someone's like porch and I was like, oh, okay, day one of sober. Just like literally curled up against the boot rack.
I mean, it must be hard though, like especially in the comedy scene, like because your job is like surrounded by people out on like stag do's, hen do's, going out for drinks, parties, work do's, and all sorts. Like the whole place is built around having a couple of drinks and having a good laugh. Like, how can you be part of that without getting sucked into all of the?
Best comedian I know is an ex-alcoholic, so he's sober. So, I think you've got to be on yourself because you know me, bit of a booze hound, baby, booze hound. So I you just gotta be on yourself because like it slips like so quickly, and like also London's so expensive for like alcohol and stuff. So like when you're drinking cans outside like, on a corner, you're like, what am I doing? Why am I here? So I think I'm doing the sober like period, and we'll see how it goes. And then I'm just gonna like, hey, don't drink like every night. Just have like a night, like have a drink in a bar once, twice a week, maybe. Have a warm like a few times a week instead of having like because the classic. So there's a gig in my friends do, and we all go to this corner shop. There's like near the gig. Get crate of cans and sit on this corner and like drink and chat shit for ages, and it's so fun. But like, it got to a point where the guy was like, "Hey Adam," and I was like, "No, no, no, no." It's terrible.
But you're a local now.
Yeah, and then you see like other comedians doing like dodgy shit, like doing like they'll go up and be like, "Hey, can I get 2 drinks because I'm gonna drink that one too quickly?" And you're like, "Oh, no, don't do that." They'll buy 2 at once so they don't have to go up again. I'm like, that's worrying, dude.
Yeah, but like with any skill, I always feel like with any skill, or especially like pub skills, there's always like a certain amount of there's a threshold where you actually get better. Like think of playing pool. Like I'm shit at pool. Give me like 2 pints, sometimes 3, and like I'm like Ronnie O'Sullivan for about 15 minutes, and then I have the 4th pint, and then I'm using the cue to help me stand up.
Yeah,
it's like same with darts. Darts players used to play holding the beer because like it makes you better to an extent. Like surely like with a lot of skills, a little bit of intoxication's good.
The problem is there's too much intoxication. They're like pub skills. Like if you're really nervous, a beer before your set does calm you down. If it's a really big gig, I might have like a beer before a set just to like. But I've been trying recently, and this is only like the last month or two, is to go on without alcohol because If you can do it without alcohol, you can do it with alcohol. Like they weren't, but it's yeah. So I've been trying recently to go on a little bit more sober.
What difference do you feel when you've had a drink versus not?
I'm so much sillier drunk, I think. Because like when I'll get probably like the same amount of laughs, but drunk I'll just go on like a riff, and I won't remember. I'm just like, what's up with your face? You know, why is it doing that? Or just and I'm a mean drunk as well. I think I'm not like a grabby drunk or like an angry drunk. I'm just a bit of a bitch. I'm a little bit like, what are you wearing? It's like a little like shit. No, so it's or just like I don't know. Yeah, yeah,
It's hard to control yourself in that, because I do agree, because we thought, well, I just remember when we got wine drunk that time, we were like, right, we don't want to go out and smash beers, but we're gonna grab a bottle of red wine each
yeah.
and another,
Wine,
and like we're just gonna get wine drunk, and
wine
like we
drunk,
just
wine
kept
drunk.
noticing ourselves, yeah, wine drunk, oh, it's wine drunk,
Yeah.
wine drunk. So like we just kept noticing ourselves like slowly getting sad, and like we'd catch ourselves getting sad and went, oh, wine drunk, oh, wine drunk, wine drunk, wine drunk.
Yeah,
And it's like the
the
same with like the beer though as well. Like if
yeah.
you, well, I notice myself, like if I can see myself getting a little bit like just a little bit too boisterous, if you know what I mean.
You're a health nut as well, aren't you? You're like you work out every day and stuff, or and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not that simple. Like I'm not like, I enjoy it, and I enjoy the feeling of being healthy.
mm,
But if an occasion arises where I'm gonna have a fucking great time after doing something a little bit irresponsible, I'm still gonna do it. But
yeah,
like
yeah,
I find it quite easy to just forego like having one or two beers. Like if I'm gonna go out and have a chat with mates and it's having like one or two beers, I could probably like be like, yeah, I'm not gonna drink. I can still have a good time without that. But if we're going out, like at,
mm.
then I'm like, fucking count me in, put my card behind the bar. Doesn't matter, there's nothing on it anyway.
Yeah. The problem is I'm I've never been out for one. That's just never happened in my life. Like the idea of ever going for one is I'll just drink two and have zero beers instead. Like that, I'd much rather have no alcohol than just one alcohol. That's crazy to me.
Just
Um,
one alcohol, please, sir.
just one alcohol is it? The um, but I'm a really big person for like the mood, the setting. So like
Mm.
last year, oh god, well last year it was like near Christmas. My friend from Canada, he was leaving in like January, um, and we sat in this pub in central London, and it was like a fucking old fashioned pub, and we all had Guinnesses, and they were playing what is it called? A bunch of Christmas songs. And I was like, this is great, it's great. There's a little real fire. This is it. And then um drinking day drinking with Joseph in Greece. That's brilliant.
Mm.
We're the like or like my like drinking my little siblings now is like that I love doing that. Like like it was like this time last year my aunt had her birthday party, so it was we didn't really know anyone, so it was me as well, Scott and my siblings, and then Evie came as well. And we come in and we're all taking like shots, and we're like, because they were like 16 at the time, we're like slipping them shots and like drinks and stuff. And like we're all plastered. And then like at the end of the night, they all go in the first cab home, and then me and Dad. And I come home and they're all laughing in the kitchen. I was like, "What's going on?" And like Scott had taken a few stuff from the buffet home, and I put a block of butter down. I put a block of butter down, and he bitten into the butter, and he's got like butter on his mouth. He's like, "I thought it was cheese."
This isn't
And
biting some block of cheese anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Like the
How much are your siblings like you?
do you want to ask him?
Do that?
He's much funnier than me. Wait, again.
That's gotta hurt.
Oh, it's so annoying. Scott, come here. Fuck off. Come here. They want to speak to you.
Who does?
There's the podcast.
You're on a podcast.
Yeah. You're on a podcast
Here
now.
he is.
Now I feel a bit silly.
Okay. That's the point.
So this is Ben.
No, hey Scott, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks.
So,
Lovely weather.
I wanted to ask. I wanted to ask how similar are you or all of the Clevelands to each other?
We actually have a lot of meetings about this. Adam's completely different. No one like a black sheep. We thought Rainbow for a while, but he's not gay. Yeah, completely different. Isabel doesn't talk to him. Dad's real disappointed. No, Adam and for the family. He's, as far as I'm aware, he's not adopted. No, not quite proven. He got the same nose, which is upsetting. But so yeah, he's the only one doing stand up as my work. I don't know what Granda was up to. My great uncle was in the circus for a bit.
Really?
Yeah,
Who was in the circuit?
we don't know, man. He died.
Oh,
Crashed a motorcycle. So I mean, there are performers in the history.
yeah. Grandma can read fortunes.
Grandma can read fortune.
My grandma's called Gypsy Rosalie, and she reads people's fortunes. They talk about.
It's not. Her name is not Gypsy, surely.
Oh no, but that's the pseudonym she goes under. Gypsy Rosalie.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
fortune. The real name.
Yeah, because it's they don't come true. Yeah, so thanks, Scott. Scott would love one.
Not gonna happen.
Would love. Trying to get a bit, come on. But yeah, and so yeah,
You just seem
I get
quite
on-
funny. I'm not gonna lie.
He is funny. I took him to see stand up, and he's sitting in the front row, and like a few of my friends go on stage and stuff like that. One of them goes on stage and says, anyone live with their parents in the building? Anyone live with their parents? No one puts their hand up. He goes, oh, everyone owns property in London. And he goes, well, I'm 20, I'm 28 and I live with my mum, or 29 and I live with my mum. And Scott goes, well, I live with my mum, but I'm 17. And they got just like huge laugh. And then like one of my friends said, oh, so do you think we were good? And he goes, some of you are good, some of you are bad. And my friend goes, how did I do it? He goes, I'm not going to tell people how they did. He's so ruthless. He's so ruthless. It's got to make me itchy now. Yeah. I think our family is like a bit weird in general. Like my granddad, I was in having food with him once at Cass, and we were leaving, and he just unscrewed the top of the salt lid, and I was like, "Why did you do that?" He went, "Chaos." So when the next person comes along, they just pour salt. He's not staying there to watch them do it or anything. He's just like, "Gonna cause chaos." But,
That in particular isn't the best one, but those are the best ones where it's like you don't need to see it unfold for it to be funny. You just know that shit's gonna go down, and it's funny enough in your mind.
Yeah. The when I was younger, me and my friend Seb, did you meet Seb? He came out to Greece for a bit.
Did he come on the boat?
No, that was Dom. He came
Okay.
out birthday, Seb, and was a bit crazy. He was at Cambridge City Tennis, started throwing up. You might have not met him because I don't know if you guys came out on my actual birthday because it was
When's your birthday?
17th. It was a Tuesday.
Of what? What month?
It's August.
I should have been there. Yeah, I was there. I must have been there.
I'm sure you were.
Yeah, I was there.
It was the night I got
Yeah,
the
I was there.
tattoo. Yeah.
I remember getting a tattoo. Yes, I probably did. The thing is, like, I was that blindly drunk. Yeah, you got the ice cream. Ice cream?
Yeah.
Ice
That's the
cream.
one. Yeah. I've decided the next tattoo I'm getting is like one of those car air fresheners, the tree.
Little happy trees.
The happy trees. It's not getting
Get it dangling from your armpit.
Yeah. So, but Seb came out and I was talking about Seb before, but what was it? Oh yeah. So me and Seb used to do this game when we were younger, like teenagers. We used to go and go to a second-hand furniture place. You get a sofa for like a tenner. Go on to like Bromley High Street, put it down, and just one of us sit watching, and the other one being like, just to strangers being like, "Hey, do you think you can help me move this?" And just see how long you can get them to move it with you for.
This is in any random direction.
Just any direction, and then you go, and then you get like until, and then when they go, "How far is it?" You go, "I think I'm lost." Honestly, I actually don't know. And then you just be like, "You know what? Don't worry, I can't be fucked with this," and you just walk off and leave the sofa. And then
I love that kind of shit. Those are like I love that kind of shit on Instagram and stuff. Those reels where it's just talking with people in a light-hearted way. I saw an amazing one the other day. I should have said, if I can find it, I'll send it to you because I sent it to somebody else. This guy goes up in like Corey's PC wheel, something like that, and he asks the woman for like the AirPods out of the case, like this little sliding cabinets they're locked.
Yeah.
He asks for those. Yeah, he asks for the AirPods out the cabinet, and he goes, "Yes, awesome, great." He's going to pay for them, and then he gets his mate to hold the camera, goes up to this old lady, and goes, "Guess a number between 1 and 10." He goes, 7. Congratulations, you win these AirPods. And gives her the AirPods, and she's like almost getting emotional, welling up. It's like, "Oh, this is so nice. Thank you so much. I appreciate this so much. I love you." Blah 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 blah. I just filmed it walking out of the shop, sirens going off everywhere. Like it's beautiful. It's a beautiful moment.
That is so funny. There's a TV show called Balls of Steel, and
yes, with the angry. Is it the Angry Devil? What's his name?
Yeah, devil guy, and he's just like, and he's like just going up to people and bouncing a ball off their head, being like, "Just one more bounce, just one more bounce. Come on, just give me one more bounce."
That's my kind of humor. That's my kind of comedy. I fucking love just winding people up in such a light-hearted way where they can't help but laugh. It's a bit petty to be annoyed at it.
Yeah. I did an audition. He's fishing cups for me.
Oh,
Scott's trying to make me drink out of his cup. You perv.
with what is? It's regular.
You pervert. What are you doing? You little pervert.
I'm drinking caffeine.
Mr. I drink caffeinated. You're gonna get addicted. So you're gonna get addicted to caffeine. How much coffee are you drinking these days? Yeah.
I had 2 coffees.
He's got 2 coffees yesterday. Close the door. God. Ball in a barn, you. Ball in a barn. Sorry. This is going to be really weird for your podcast. Me just shouting at Scott. What else? Oh yeah, so I did an audition for this thing for like stand up. It was a stand up thing. But they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna do some filming for it." And so I got paid like $2,000 to do this filming thing. It's great. It was really good. But I had to go and just make an irritants of myself in public.
What did you have to do? What was this? What was this company?
It was for ITV. It was for a pilot for ITV. I don't know if it's going to be made or not. I'm being kept in the loop. If they're probably going to use someone else as well.
ITV loop.
Yeah. But I was in. So they were like, just go and make an irritant out of yourself in this short show. It's it was a next. And they're like, go and be a nightmare. And I was like, well, okay. And I just went in and started putting clothes on. I just started I see how many t-shirts I could get on before they stopped me. They were getting so good. Someone did get really cross with me, and there was a girl doing it with me as well, and she was awful. She didn't do anything. She just kept on helping me put t-shirts on, and I was like, "Go and find your own thing to do. This isn't what I'm doing." And then
this is my fucking role, bitch. Back up.
It was so good. And then someone went to me, like one of the staff members was like, "What are you doing? Why are you wearing these t-shirts?" And I was like, "I was just seeing if they fit on top of each other." And she's like, "You're wearing like 10." And I was like, "It's gonna get cold. It's gonna be cold soon." And we were filming this in like the height of summer, so it's just there's nowhere near when it was gonna get cold. I tried to steal one of the mannequins. I was like just trying to pick up one of the mannequins and run off with it. And the
How far
security
did you
guard was
get?
like, I got round the security guard and I was walking out with it, and he was like, "You need to bring that back." And he's following me into the thing, and then he started like running after me, so I just put it down and ran off. But the we did like another filming of they were like, "You're gonna ask people on the street horrible questions," and they were like, "Do you want to start give you some ideas?" And I was like, "No, I got it. I got this."
I was born for this role.
I was, and I was like asking people. I don't know how half these went. Like, if they do get it, they'll have to like really take me out, because I was just like, abortion or what's going on in Palestine. I had like a camera and a guy with me, and I go, "What's worse?" And they were like, Palestine. I was like, "Oh, so you think dead babies are okay, do you?" And she just wasn't having any of it. She was like, "No, abortion isn't killing babies." And I was like, "That's a political thing to say." And she was like, "It's not political." And she got really, and I was like, and then I went up to this guy and I was like, "So, turns out the Queen was a pedophile. How do you feel about that? And have you seen the news with him?" And he was just like, this guy, he was brilliant. He said, "Yeah, I always saw it coming. Looked like a nod to me." Just stuff like that. It was really good. That's funny.
Oh my! I love that kind of shit though. It's so good. It's just irreverent and just it's lighthearted. Like it's lighthearted humor. You haven't got to think about it. You can just go and be an absolute just. I used to do it because obviously in Greece, I just do the same thing with the kids all the time. I love to pieces just chatting shit, getting them to believe it, and just trying to say as much as you can with a straight face. I used to do this when I was single and going out and speaking to girls because like I hated the whole "Oh, what you do? Where you from? Blah 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 blah." I couldn't stand it. It was boring. So I always love to come up with things that sound so unbelievably just outrageous, which you could try and get away with and say is true. My favorite one, well, one of my favorites, which I kind of got away with, was that I'm a midwife. I'm a midwife for royalty. So I do this often because I used to travel around quite a bit anyway. So I used to have a job week on, week off, so I could just go somewhere different every other week. And I'd go to these places and just speak to loads of people in hostels and all sorts. Like, what do you do? It's like, "Oh, I'm a midwife for the Danish royalty." I was like, "Okay." It's like, "Nice." It's like, "Well, yeah, so they're actually visiting at the moment. They're just at the holiday home over here in like Portugal or wherever we were." I was like, "So I'm on call, so they bring me with them, but they just pay me and I just have fun. So I can't have too many. I'm not really supposed to be here. But if they call me and I need to go, then I've got to go because there's a royal baby on." Or another one I had was I'm a dolphin shearer.
You're a
So
dolphin
I go
shearer.
around. Yeah, so I go around and I shear dolphins. And so let's play this through. I was like, "So Adam, what do you do?"
Wait, do you want me, wait, I should ask you what you do.
Go on, man.
'Cause you're the
That'd probably make more sense.
Really, what do you do?
Oh, so I'm a dolphin shearer.
Oh, what the fuck's a dolphin shearer?
Oh, so we shear dolphins. So I was a scuba instructor for a while, but then there's just kind of a bit like went a bit quiet, and the opportunity came across where I could actually just become a dolphin shearer. It's only really picks up around this time of year, around summer anyway. So it's just they get a bit too hot, so I need to shear them.
Yeah, but what do you shear off them?
Hair. I shear them.
Golfers don't.
I'm really good at my job.
But my friend, he used to live in uni accommodation in central London, so in like Vauxhall area, and we had so much fun in these lifts. So there was like, it was like 30 floor building, and all uni students get in and out. So we just used to stand in these lifts and go, and just have the most vile conversations. We like, and it ripped when he put it in her. Oh god, that's disgusting, man. It completely ripped, and he went, yeah, to belly button. I was like, dude, yeah, but you shouldn't put something in someone's. You should not put a cock in someone's nostril or something, like, just awful. And then the other one, he's great at doing it. He'll go. We were on the train yesterday, and he went, "Oh, we're in first class," and I was like, "People on this train, there's loads of people sitting down." I was like, "People on this train got too much money," and he was like, just saying this out loud while they're all sitting down. He goes, "Yeah, who's paying for first class on this train? This scummy first class. God, donate to charity. Donate to some people." And you like just slagging these people off. No one says anything ever. Yeah, dude. He what's he good? He's such a nightmare. So he's at this accommodation in London, and he moved in with his girlfriend, and he was like, oh, okay, I just want to finish my contract. And they were like, you can't. You got to either find someone or pay the rest of the rent. And so he's just like Airbnb his uni accommodation out.
Oh, nice.
And he made some money back. I don't think he made, but he made some money from it. But that's so illegal. So illegal.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Frowned upon.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it's when you're that's the one thing I do kind of miss about this, just being in a place in general, like where you can like just being surrounded by people where you can just be a fucking nuisance with, lighthearted, just be a pain in the arse with people. Like you're surrounded, like obviously with comics, people like you can just be an absolute menace all the time.
Mm. Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it was. I don't know. That's what's good about season. Is like it's a job you don't really have to take seriously. Like the only thing you have to take seriously is like for me it was like safety. Like, is someone gonna die? Like the last like 2 weeks of Greece, they were so funny because everyone just stopped giving a fuck. And like Charlie, who was there, I just kept driving into him on the powerboat, being like, "Dude, get out my way! I can't believe this." Why are you doing this? Lily was on safety once, and I just drove up next to her. It was like the second to last day. I just pulled her kill cord out, and she just took it with me. She's like, "I can't stop my boat. I can't stop my boat now, Adam." Yeah.
Yeah, people are too serious nowadays, man. They're way too serious.
No, I think everyone's always been serious. I think we've always been serious. I think people are just starting to be nice. People always say stuff like shit like nowadays and this sort of everything's always been shit. It's only just started getting good. Like everyone's like the 90s were great. I'm like, yeah, they were, but people are, people were getting battered by the police and shit it wasn't the nicest
people were
day.
dying of AIDS and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. It does just get better. Like everyone's like, it's gonna get shit. I'm like, it does just get better. I don't believe this whole like it gets shit. Like maybe climate change. That could be a real problem.
Conspiracy, man. It's the Jews.
Not in our life.
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine, mate.
We're fine, dude. Plastic water bottles and burning oil until I die. Like, I just live it out. But I did East States girl, and she was in Extinction Rebellion.
A what?
It's Extinction Rebellion.
What's
Do you
that?
remember that? It was like Just Stop
No.
Oil. It was before them.
Okay.
And they do like big protests and stuff like that. And I joined because I was dating this girl. I was like, okay, I'll join it. Be nice. And we slept in a park in central London to like meet up the protest. Yeah. And the first day, like we're all in the circle, and they're like, okay, everyone go around, say your code name and your pronoun. And I was like, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. Like, and they were, and so everyone was like saying their code and their pronoun. And so it got to me and I was like, Badger, she, her. And my girlfriend was like, no, he's a he, him. And I was like, hey, I'm trying to keep myself fucking undercover. And no one found it. They just did not get it. The other one, like, I keep doing it in a minute, but no one finds funny, is like when I'm in the toilet, like, washing my hands, and like someone bumps into me or something, I go, oh, no worries. I'm only washing them because you're here. No one finds it funny. No one ever finds it funny. But
I love walking into the bathroom like a full urinals and just doing a wolf whistle. Just standing there in the middle, wolf whistle, watch everyone turn side to side, and then realise, shit, I've just looked side to side in a fucking urinal.
my favorite is if there's just one person just stand next to them. And you look at their face, like they look at you like, why have you done this? I need to go in like a few minutes because I need to get ready for work. But yeah.
Of course, no, we'll wrap it up there then, and we'll carry on after the camp for a bit. Awesome, Adam. Thank you very much.
See you later.
It's a fucking pleasure. Hey, don't leave. I'm just gonna stop the recording. Don't leave me, Adam. It's a fucking pleasure as always, man. You're too funny, and you remind me why I love you so much every single time I speak to you. We don't speak often enough.
You too, buddy.
Mwah.